Get through the right morning every day. Every morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Jody and Hayesy on Nova.
Chicks.
And that is the opener to our new segment called Chick Chat. No, it's not. Much better than that. Much more professionally assembled.
Yeah, just an opportunity for all the women in this team in particular, and boy, oh boy, I'm outnumbered.
Yeah.
To really make their presence and feelings known.
4-1 in this little team.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
It really is, and that's why I am scared for my life.
Yeah, well, it's not our fault you were born with a willy.
But I can change that.
I really need a chit chat. Let's have a chit chat. It is so time for a chit chat.
Let's go, girl.
Yeah, so this is how this works. There's a lot of chicks that work in this office. You are so vastly outnumbered, Andrew Hayes. It's almost embarrassing for you.
I love the girls.
And we have conversations about girl things, and we just thought, you know what, let's bring it to the wireless. Let's thrash it out on air so that everyone can have their input and everyone can have their opinion.
Yeah.
Because surely if we're talking about it, everyone else out there is talking about it.
Yeah.
Surely.
And we find each other entertaining. That's the other thing.
And gosh, don't we talk a lot of rubbish.
Yeah, there is a bit of that. We've got newsreader Abby here and producer Zoe. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Okay.
Yeah, the girls.
Yeah, girls.
I was about for a coffee. All right?
All right,
That
off
will
you
be
go.
the extent of your input into this segment. Okay, so dilemma that has unfolded in my life. We have a friend. When I say we, there's a group of us girls who work with someone who is a friend or have worked with someone, I should say. Doesn't work there anymore. And she has a partner and they're not engaged, but they're very much living together. And he had a night out and he was seen pashing on with someone that wasn't her. So as a collective, we've all gotten together and gone, paper, rock, scissors, who's going to tell her?
Yeah.
Because everyone knows about
how
it.
awful.
Who is going to break the news? And so, as it turned out, one of the girls said, look, I'll do it, had the conversation, and then she turned on her and said, this is my relationship, please stay out, please butt out.
Oh, what?
Oh, the pain.
Come on.
Yeah, and I guess we were just trying to spare her from the humiliation of the fact that everyone knew that this is what he'd gotten up to, and she didn't. Anyway, they're still very much together and now very much married.
Oh, gosh, how long ago was that?
It was a couple of years ago now.
God, yeah, and friends with the girl who told her? Or no?
No.
Not friends?
No,
Done.
not really.
Wiped her hands.
It drew like a massive wedge between all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, been there.
you?
Yeah, one of my girlfriends, we caught her partner in the act and we told her, and everything's fine now. We're all mates again. But at first it was, how embarrassing for me that you've told me this, instead of how upsetting for me that my partner's done this. So, yeah, been there for sure, and it's brutal.
Yeah.
So they broke up, though?
No, still together as well. Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
I had similar, but I went to him and said, you need to tell her before we do.
Yeah, we
And-
did the same.
Yeah, and he did, but she forgave and they're still together.
Well, that's her choice, though,
Yeah,
isn't it?
well, that's
so
it.
that's fine. But
Yeah, I think you run into trouble when they turn on the messenger. Like the messenger in this situation, correct me if I'm wrong, Hayesy, always gets shot.
Yeah.
And where's the line? Because if they've done it...
I know. I was looking for confirmation over here.
Yeah.
Where's
Anyway, I
the-
forgot this was chick chat. Sorry.
Where's the line? Because not to say once a cheater, always a cheater. I know that there are people out there who don't go on to do it. But, you know, if he does it while they're just dating, is he going to do it again while they're married? If there's kids involved, you don't want to see her dragged through a divorce with 3 children. It's this fine line of, do I say something now or, do I be quiet for the sake of my friendship?
It's a really hard one because, you know, like you're doing it out of care and out of love. You're going to this person saying, you know, I care for you and this is what everyone's talking about and this is what's unfolded. So when they turn on you, geez, that's difficult.
Yeah, brutal. And the friendship's different after that as well.
You reckon?
In any regard. There's, like I say it from other people's experiences as well. I've seen it. And I think almost in every occasion, the person who finds out they've been cheated on gets on the defence straight away and wants to
Yeah.
protect their partner. And you think about your partner, you think about Greg, I think about Alex. I would do the same because I'd think, no, they wouldn't. No, they absolutely wouldn't. But yeah, it changes everything, I think. But it's a really tough one. I think ultimately you have to tell them no matter what, right?
And I think what happens after that, like couples survive infidelity, but that's their choice. But I think they need to be armed with the knowledge, and I think you almost have a little responsibility. But geez, it's a hard situation to be in to have to sit there
and
have
then
that
when you all
conversation.
get together, if they're still together and he's
and
there, such a, you know, they're going to go, well, I don't want to go to friend things anymore.
Yeah.
Because, it's a tough one.
I mean, the Beckhams got through it, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thriving.
I mean, we've always said that as well. What would Posh and Dave do? And they got through.
Can you? I think moving forward, your mic needs to be muted during chit chat.
Yeah.
I think that needs to be the way we go
Okay,
forward.
that's fair.
We've got an anonymous caller on line one. Good morning.
Morning.
You've been in this situation.
I have, and it's awful.
So talk us through what happened with you.
Okay, so I was with this guy. We were boyfriend, girlfriend, and they were at my best friend's house, or I thought we were best friends, and he was cheating on me with their workmate at their house.
Oh, no. And
No one told me.
so how did you find out?
Good old Facebook.
No.
How did you find out on Facebook?
So they obviously had, like, the particular girl had blocked me so she couldn't see me, and I couldn't see her, but there was a picture that they had gone to at a event and I wasn't there, and I had saw them together.
You always know as well. You just always know that in your
You
gut.
do, yeah.
And so were you angry at the people that knew about it and didn't tell you?
Yeah, we after, friendship of 15 years, we're no longer friends.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's a bitter pill to swallow, isn't it?
Brutal.
And so what do you wish would have happened?
Oh, I wish someone had have said something to me. It was a very, very toxic relationship anyway, but that was the breaking point.
Yeah, right. Oh, I'm so sorry that happened to you.
Okay, live and learn.
Yeah, that is true.
But you know what? The universe has a way of moving you on when something's not quite
That's
right.
it.
So,
That's it.
yeah, hopefully have you found the right person for you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Together, maybe,
there we
yeah.
go. That's okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty awkward at the best of times. But what I will say is, I know it's going to fix things, Miss Anonymous. A $200 beach house voucher. There you go.
Perfect.
There we go.
Oh, see? Maybe that's why it all happened, so she could win a beach house voucher.
Exactly right. Beach house. Perfect destination for a fun-filled day out. It's more fun at their house, a beach house.
Laugh at me, Zoe. I don't know what the universe is saying.
I like it. The universe has got her back.
Yeah, the universe is like, go on a water slide.
Hey, let's do this weekly, I reckon. Chit chat.
Yeah, I like it.
How did that feel? Just to get things off your chest.
Really good. Cathartic.
I feel light.
I feel unused in this space.
If you've been waiting to skip the school holiday crowds for your next trip, now's your chance.
Yeah, take a sneaky weekender with whatif.com.
Just imagine all those empty beaches.
Book accommodation and more on the What If app.
What if it's Aussie for travel? Here's what you're waking up to, Adelaide.
In the news today.
Breaking news.
What's in the news today?
Your post Snooze News.
In a world where there's just so much information, we just thought, why don't we just dissect it all? We've gone through every single little piece of news that we feel like you need to know.
Yeah.
One piece of news each. There's
Yeah.
3 of us in here. 3 bits of news.
Look at us doing a service to the people.
Look at us.
Just a really, really quick one because this is going to affect people on their way to work. At Bedford Park, there's a police incident, so we don't have too many details yet, but there's traffic diversions in place just on the Southern Expressway near Main South Road. So,
That doesn't sound good.
no, it doesn't sound good. I'm trying to get more details. I don't have them yet, but we'll keep you up to date as the morning goes on.
Very nice. She needs
There you
coffee
go.
too.
She needs a coffee as well.
A
That's
decaf.
all.
And decaf does do the trick. Thanks for asking.
Is it mental?
Yeah, I reckon it is.
It's like the
to be
placebo
honest.
effect.
100%.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Interesting. All right, bit of sports news then for you.
Yeah, go
My
on.
turn. Australia last night opened their World Cup campaign with a loss to India. Went down by 6 wickets. That's very, very disappointing. Of course, India are going to be probably the red-hot favourites. Next up for the Aussies, South Africa on Thursday. I went to bed just after David Warner got out, and I thought, oh, don't worry. Still plenty of quality batsmen to come. Alex Carey, duck. Labuschagne didn't really fire.
Right.
Oh,
Oh, no.
It's fun to watch. Very Kohli, very, very good.
Okay, so you had a go at me about the Netball World Cup not being sort of, advertised enough. There's barely been anything said about this cricket World Cup.
No, Jodie. I had a go at you somehow the netball organisers thinking it was a good idea to schedule it at the same time as the Women's World Cup.
Yeah, but no one knew.
FIFA World Cup.
Okay, but no one knew that was going to take on a life of its own.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Look at his face.
I know.
I'm pretty sure there were some bold predictions saying that the Women's FIFA World Cup was going to be pretty popular.
Okay, I'm just saying I haven't heard very much at all about the Cricket World Cup. That's what I'm saying.
Because you've got to open your eyes and your ears.
Do I?
You got to let it go into your system.
All right then.
Jeff Motley, Port Adelaide great, of course. It's his funeral today at Alberton. So what Port Adelaide has said as well, for those who can't get there and are expecting thousands and thousands, it will be live streamed. Footy wrap for you as well, Jodes. Jordan Dawson won the Crows Best and Fairest on Friday nights.
You were there for a little bit.
Is there a little go
What was
for
the
Channel 7?
vibe like?
Yeah, good positive vibe.
Yeah, was
real
it?
good positive vibes.
Okay.
So Rory Laird came second. Taylor Walker rounded up the top three. Port Adelaide's Best and Fairest is tonight.
I think Rory Laird's got one of the best nicknames of all time, the Desk.
The Desk.
They call him the Desk because he
What?
looks like a desk. He's very low to the ground.
Oh, there you go.
It's kind of mean, but okay.
Oh, I don't think it's mean. I think it's cute.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Imagine people saying, "Oh, you look like a desk."
Yeah. Well, yeah. Easier to handle such nicknames when you're a Crow's great, I suppose.
Yeah, it's very true.
Anyway.
Newsy. Guess what's in the news? Big Brother is back.
Go on.
And it's the, I'm going to read straight from the press release here. Sexy singles set to feature in spicy new series. Big Brother is back and bringing its spiciest season ever to Channel 7 and 7 Plus. Do you want to have a little listen to the trailer?
Oh, yes, please.
Go on.
Are you ready for the spiciest Big Brother ever? My house is about to be filled with the sexiest housemates in Australia. What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, all right, Big Brother.
What about this?
You big dirty bird watching people in the showers.
Locked away in Big Brother's custom-built house, every hookup, breakup and dancing doona will be recorded by more than 80 cameras and microphones. It sounds very pervy so far. With so much love, lust and jealousy all under one roof, how will our housemates cope as they are cut off from the outside world?
Ooh, spicy and also...
News.
Big Brother. Remember Big Brother back in the day?
Oh, yeah, it was huge, wasn't
When
it?
Ben and Blair won it? And then Sarah Marie. Was that the same series? I don't think it was the same series, but she was one of the absolute most
What did she
popular
do?
housemates.
What was her dance called?
The bum shuffle.
dance.
The bum dance.
Still, the best season was Fitzy, though. Remember when we
Yeah.
thought that Fitzy and Bree had something going on?
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes.
And everyone was like, "Oh my god, yeah!" And he's come out and said that there's his girlfriend's name starts with B.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It was obviously BJ, his wife now.
Yeah, there
Nice.
you go. Good twist.
Yeah.
Good twist from our Fitz.
Oh, we didn't hear from Ryan Fitzgerald much after that, did we?
No.
Didn't go on to do much, did he?
Poor bugger. God.
It's one of the all-time greats.
Yeah.
That's okay. And everyone's like, oh, I'm going to get on Big Brother and do what Fitzy did.
No, you're not.
No, you're not. Oh, there you go. That's your post-snooze news. Top of 24 across Adelaide today. Oh, vending machine up next, but I'm ready for another coffee, I'm going to be honest with you.
I think so. Around about 6:30.
Yeah, give it 15 minutes. Newsreader Abby's in. Good morning, Abs.
Good morning.
Yes.
Hi, Abs.
Yes.
Good weekend.
Oh, it was great. Thanks for asking.
You're welcome.
Only because I spent it with you, Jodes, at the Port
that's
AFLW
nice.
game.
We did. We had a little date at the
did.
AFLW on Saturday afternoon. It was lovely, wasn't it?
I drank all of the wine.
All of the wine.
Did.
All of the rosé.
Yeah. There's a lot of rosé consumed by Abby. Good on you,
good.
though.
Thank you.
For having a crack. I love that for you.
Hey, Abs, you brought to our attention this little list, a big old study's been done in America of the sexiest and least sexiest accents.
Correct.
Which is really quite amazing. So just to really get straight to the point, Americans rated in order from top 3 worst to absolutely disgusting least attractive accents, all within their own country.
That's aggressive.
They went 3, American Midwestern, which I think you can only assume is something like this.
I don't hate it.
Absolutely horrible stuff. Into the Boston accent, which is that real sort of Boston
Yeah.
type setup.
Yeah.
And then finally, the New York accent. Who would have thought?
I'm walking here.
Because usually they're angry and yelling at you about something.
Yeah.
So that's maybe why.
That's not sexy.
Is that not
No.
sexy?
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
right.
I don't want to be yelled at, thank you.
Yeah. They rated the top 3 sexiest accents as being number 3, London, number 2, Scottish, and number 1, Australian. Yeah. Take that.
I must admit, when I was in America and people straight away, oh my goodness, you're an Aussie. Like, they love it over there.
Yeah, right.
Love it.
So I've spent a bit of time in the UK, and I always feel like our accent just sticks out. I almost feel like a bit of a hick.
Do you accidentally put it on a little bit as well? Like,
No.
Just because you know? You're
No.
like, how are you, cobber?
G'day, mate.
G'day, mate. Oh, Struth, what's going on over there?
I
Like,
can,
never
I can
use those
happily
terms.
say that I've never used the expression cobber in my life, and I don't ever plan to. Thank
cob.
you very much.
Yeah, fair enough. So for me, I've got 2 absolute favourite accents. In fact, I'll give you my top 3.
Okay.
I still like Australian accents. A
you?
good, clean, and I like a South Australian accent as well.
Do you?
Because
Well,
we've got
'cause
that
we're proper.
Aussie. Yeah, we've got the Aussie about us, but we're still proper. So we say we can be, quite sort of harsh and fun, and then we'll throw in a dance
Or a plant.
or a plant
Or a
Vance,
Grant.
or a
Yes.
Grant.
Grant.
Oh, look, it's Grant Stevens.
And everyone, when I was living in Queensland, everyone straight away, oh, you're from South Australia,
Yeah.
or you're British or something. No,
Yeah.
South Australia.
Definitely notice the difference coming from Queensland, where everything is followed up with "You good, eh?"
Yeah, good, eh? Yeah, hey at the end, hey?
Hey?
Is everything a question?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a statement, turns into a question.
Yeah.
Or what school did you go to?
School.
Do you have a pool at home? Sorry, what?
Yeah, it's-
Or the other one up there is, "You got your togs?" What?
Oh,
Do you mean my bathers?
Give us a spell. And just like, well, no, I'm not wearing anything at all. I do like number 2, Irish, of course. Oh, isn't that just gorgeous?
The Irish accent is quite sexy, I reckon.
Yeah.
Something about it.
You've
Conor
also
McGregor?
got a bit of a connection to Scottish as well, Hayesy.
Absolutely, and that is my number 1 accent. It's just beautiful. For example, here's a little viral piece that I think was on YouTube originally of just 2 Scottish tradesmen who are giving each other advice because they're roofers
Yeah.
on the best spots to stand on a roof so they don't fall through it.
Right, don't put too much weight on it, right?
Where the f*** am I meant to put my weight? Right, I can't put my weight in the roof, it's dead fun. I can't hold on to the bottom. Where am I meant to do that? Oh, you don't be holding for 5 minutes. Don't shift your weight. What the f*** are you talking about? I can't put my weight on the f***ing roof. I can't put my weight in the bottom. Where's it meant to go? No, man, I can't just move it.
So if that's not the sexiest accent.
Oh my God,
Then I
I
give
am
up.
so turned on.
Oh, I tell you what if you're a poor lady inside that house,
Yeah.
and the boys are having that conversation, and you're like, oh my gosh,
If there's,
somebody take me now.
if there's any Scottish single men out there, give me a call.
Yeah.
I'm waiting.
Now that's a joke.
That was a joke.
That's a joke. A joke. That's a terrible joke.
I don't believe there is such thing as terrible jokes,
No. No chance.
especially on a Monday.
Yep. Exactly right.
There's no such thing as terrible jokes, but there's a terrible way to deliver them. That's just
Yeah.
what I seem to not do anymore.
There's
Yeah.
terrible delivery. You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Spot on there, Abs.
Early on, we had to have like a bit of a emergency meeting about your delivery of your jokes.
And now,
Almost an
look, to be
intervention.
honest, I'm probably the best.
Whoa.
Wow.
As they say, confidence is key. But sometimes too much confidence can
Yeah,
undo
it
you.
sort of veers into narcissistic territory, you know?
correct,
Yeah,
which
that's
is me to a T.
In saying that, all the generals behind the scenes have said, righto, here's the order of the jokes. You've submitted them in.
Yep.
And Abby's going to go last.
Oh.
That means we build up towards Abs.
I have a feeling I could get fired after this one. So,
Oh, really?
yeah, it's
Okay.
nice. It was nice knowing you both.
Well, don't do that because I quite like your work in the newsroom. All right, do you want to go first?
It is what it is, though. That's what we will say.
That's what we will
Certainly
say.
is not what it's not. Do you know what I mean? All right, I'll kick start things and
that the
just try and put us. Yeah, that's me. Okay, what about this? I took my 3-year-old daughter into here the other day. I took to work.
Really?
Yeah, Lottie came in to have a bit of a look.
Uh-oh.
Unbelievable stuff, and this could be somewhat controversial, but when I walked into the office, she started to cry. Oh. And I was like, what is going on, Lottie? And then as concerned staff and some of the bosses sort of gathered around, I asked her, I said, what was wrong? And she said, Daddy, where are the clowns you said you worked with?
Okay. All right. That's actually really offensive.
See what's going on there?
All right.
No offence, though. No
That's a
offence,
good one.
guys.
Yeah, none taken.
Yeah, cool.
You just called us clowns.
No worries. All right. Who's up
good.
next?
Me. Okay. So the weirdest thing happened on the weekend, you guys. My husband said to me, he turned around and he said, listen, can you stop behaving like a flamingo? So I had to put my foot down.
Nah.
I love that you laughed the hardest for that one too.
Okay, a bit. Wow. Who's thought up from that joke as well? Like, there's a flamingo with his foot raised up above his bum.
Yeah.
That's just, he needs to put his foot down. Good.
Okay, thank you for mansplaining my show.
Necessary.
We love a mansplainer.
Here we go.
All right, here we go. Here's the thing.
Okay,
Here's
ready,
the one
ready?
to get you fired.
Okay, this is Abby's last 30 seconds on air. Let's go.
The phone rings at home and a wife gets up to answer it. She hears a weird man breathing heavily and he says, I bet you've got a tight ass and no hair. She gasps in horror and then turns to the couch where her husband is sitting. Yes, she screams at the man on the phone. I do have one. Who should I say is calling for him?
A tight ass. I mean, I knew it was tight ass in terms of not generous with money from the start. What were you thinking, Joe?
I was thinking she's not wrong. She's never coming back into the studio ever again.
See you, Abby.
Hey.
So long.
The Weekend Sports Wrap with Tom Rehn. I love myself. I want you to love me.
And so he should. I tell you what, I've just been sunning himself in Bali.
Fresh from Bali, from Canggu,
Yeah,
if you don't
I was
mind.
looking at photos of him as well on Instagram at Bali Body, and wow,
Just put a bit of the bronze colour filtering on that one, you know. Just
Yeah. Did you bronze in some abs as well?
yeah, just drew in a little six-pack and
That's nice.
brushed out the little keg down there,
Yeah.
you know, the little beer belly.
Little dad bod.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you have the best time, please?
Amazing. First time.
You've never been to Bali
I
before?
was a Bali virgin before
serious?
this last week, so never been.
crack open another bintang, mate. Let's go again, shall we?
Saw a few of those singlets over there, just sort of,
my
a lot of Bojans over there, aren't there?
my God.
A lot of Bojans.
And they're all pink. They're all
Yeah,
pink.
they're all
You've got
pink,
a belly,
yeah.
and you've got to be like
And a
2
mass-
days worth of sunburn.
And a massive goatee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a big Southern Cross tattoo on their back.
Oh, well done.
Yeah.
That's the piece, isn't it? Well done, Joe.
Yeah.
Right to the top.
No, you're welcome.
Anyway, sport.
Plenty of it. We'll start with. We'll get to footy in a moment, but the cricket overnight. Unfortunately, the Aussies have gone down in their World Cup opener to India. The side, it doesn't look like it's got a real lot of potency. And look, they started really well with the ball. We only made 199. Tough wicket, but we had them 3 for 2. The moment they turned the match, catches win matches. You two both grew on that, up on that as I did. And Virat Kohli skied one. Mitch Marsh would take it 19 times out of 20, dropped it. They would have been 4 for 20. Maybe could have won, but instead they just cruised to victory.
Yeah, just not a good day for Mitch Marsh, was it?
No, it made a duck as well.
Yeah.
So not good. And the Redbacks, what about Jake Fraser-McGurk? Fastest ever one-day century by a list A play, 29 balls.
Oh, my God. Wasn't that just ridiculous?
Jake Fraser-McGurk. He's hit 100 in 29 deliveries.
29 balls, if you don't mind.
What about that? The previous best was AB de Villiers in a one-day against the West Indies in 2015. So he's beaten that by a couple of balls. Amazing, but the Redbacks, unfortunately, still lost. So they're
They
winless.
managed to find a way.
They found a way. I mean, they were chasing a big score, admittedly, but none for 160 in the 11th over. I thought they're going to do this in 35 overs the way they're going, but they go down, unfortunately.
What about 10 fours and 13 sixes for that ton?
Amazing.
That's
He's
outrageous.
21.
Yeah.
He's got some swagger. He's got the big sort of mullet going at the back. But I like him. I think he's going to be a very good player.
Fit
So
him quite well in Bali, wouldn't he?
he would be Bintang singlet for Jake Fraser-McGurk, I reckon.
Absolutely.
Very nice.
Let's talk some footy. A quick AFLW wrap as well. Mixed results for our teams.
I reckon one of the games of the season, one of the best games ever, the Crows and Melbourne. The standard of footy is superb when you see the very best go at it. The level, and our producer, Emily, would know this as well as anyone. She worked with the Crows for a couple of years, and I just think it has come on so far. I love that game. It was a ripper. The Crows by 10 points. Absolute beauty.
Yeah.
I was down at Alberton for the power game, and I have to say, I have to agree with you. Since the last time I've been to AFLW, the standard has really risen, I think, and it was just entertaining.
Yeah, it was a good game. They just a bit of inaccurate kicking,
Yep.
unfortunately, for the power. 15-point losers. They're still a work in progress. They're getting better, but they started from a fair way back in their first year. Definitely better. They've had the one win this season, but I don't think they're going to make finals this year. But for the Crows, top of the table, only undefeated side in the comp, They can win it again.
To be fair, I didn't see too much of it because I spent half my time trying to find the face painter.
Oh,
no.
yes.
For my 10-year-old.
Aren't they a massive hit?
I couldn't find the face painter anywhere. Jeez, it's in the kids' zone. No, she's not there. She's behind the pub. No, she's not there.
I'll tell you what, they have done a great job upstairs with their new bar and restaurant facilities there. It is unbelievable at Alberton. So if you're thinking of going there, head on down.
Do yourself a favour.
Hey, Rehn, before we let you go, Jordan Dawson won his first Malcolm Blight medal. That was expected. And Port Adelaide's tonight. Obvious? Zach Butters?
Zach Butters, I reckon. I mean, Rosie won it last year, so he'll poll well, but I think Butters takes it out, doesn't he?
Yeah. Ask how he went on Saturday afternoon trying to get a player to go live on Channel 7.
Oh, geez, tough. Really scrambling behind the scenes.
What happened?
We were just waiting for the players to turn up, and we had a hit time of 6:47. Players started turning up at 6:45. Oh, my God.
Paddy Parnell, you're in.
He's like, who are you? I'm like, who are you? Let's do this.
He actually, and what a good bloke Tex is, put Tex in a headlock and said, mate.
And he came in.
Yeah.
He's a legend. Yeah. God, I love him.
I've literally gone over, and I've got an earpiece in, Rennie, as you know.
You got 10 seconds.
No, 40 seconds ago. 40 seconds, and I've sprinted across the convention centre. I say, Tex, can you do me a massive favour? He goes, yeah, what's going on? Can you have a chat with me? He's like, oh, yeah, no worries, all cool and casual. I go, but we're on in 35 seconds all the way over there. The big fella was jogging through the convention centre.
He's been splitting packs.
Splitting packs.
76 goals for the season and a best on ground with Seven's report on Saturday. That's a great effort.
And a fresh hamstring injury.
And I tell you what, I didn't see him move that quick all season.
Oh, that's great. You love those stories.
Good to have you back, Rennie, after a week of just sunning yourself in Bali with acai bowls every single morning. Well done.
Hey, do we want a joke?
Oh, yes, we do.
You forgot about that, didn't you?
No. Maybe.
Go on then.
Here we go. What do we got?
Oh, now, what do you call a toothless bear?
Oh, okay.
A gummy bear.
Oh,
That is the most predictable joke I've ever heard in my life.
That's not bad.
That's
Do
horrible.
you remember that show, Gummy Bears?
No.
Gummy bears here and there and everywhere. Do you remember that one?
Did that last air in 1952, honey?
45, but you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Rehn.
You've got a little announcement to make.
Yeah, we've got a brand new little boy. Yes. Oh, we've added another little munchkin to our two. So Lottie and Henry now have a little baby brother by the name of Sonny.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So he was born on Thursday night.
Yes.
Came in at 4.02 kilos.
Yes.
Yes, and he was born at home.
Yeah.
Oh, I delivered him. No, I didn't deliver him. We had a home birth.
Had a home birth.
Yeah.
And a water birth as well.
A home birth and a water birth. I mean, what else could you do?
Can I just tell everyone how very casually you announced it too? Because I was texting you on Thursday night and then it got to about 8 o'clock and you didn't reply to my text and I thought, oh God, I rude. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we're all in here in the morning on Friday morning and you rock up and you look a little bit tired and you're like, oh guys, sorry, I didn't return some of your texts and, you know, group chat messages. It's just Cara was in labour.
Cara's giving birth.
Yeah. And we all lost our minds and mass celebrations and it was so good. But you were very, very casual in your delivery.
Producer Zoe hit me. She's like, shut up, bang! Dislocated the shoulder.
And whacked you.
It's very, very cute. But Cara, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Seriously. So this is, refuses to have drugs because the whole wants to go through the process and feel everything needs to be filled, all those types of things. Like, just ridiculous stuff. I reckon I've had a couple of big days where I've eaten too much meat and had a few too many beers, and the next day I've had to have an epidural just to pass things through. Yet Cara is having these babies and refusing to have drugs.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, ridiculous stuff. And the water birth and the home birth was something that I was a little bit unsure of. Cara always wanted to do it.
What were you nervous about?
Just nervous about the fact that you're not in a hospital.
Yeah.
So that's a natural, but I mean, Cara knows what she's doing and it's the most magnificent thing I've ever seen.
You had a couple of midwives there as well.
2 midwives
Yeah.
who are just as good as it gets. Midwives, oh my gosh, if you're a midwife and you're listening, you are amazing because what you do and just how much of a difference you make is just huge.
Is there some point when you're watching Cara go through it that you want her to have drugs, like you want to take the pain away?
Well, there certainly was the first time because you're like, oh my gosh, that is just ridiculous, a ridiculous amount of pain that you're in. And is there any way that you can help? And you're like, well, the only sort of option is drugs. But you do get to the point where drugs are too late.
Yes, of course.
And I think a lot of people who go, oh, I'm going to do the drug-free thing, go, no, actually, I want that. And they go, sorry.
Too late.
Past that point.
Yeah.
But, just ridiculous. What was funny as well was that, so we've got this big sort of birthing pool.
Yep.
Which kind of looks like one of those inflatable spa baths.
Yeah, right.
You know, they're quite big.
Yeah.
Took up the whole living room.
Yeah.
And as soon as we pumped it up, Cara started having contractions about 4 o'clock. So it was ready to go by sort of 7 or 8. And it's got some water in it.
Yeah.
And the kid's going, we're going to the pool. We're going into the pool. We go, no, this is not a pool for you guys. And then Lottie, our 3-year-old, comes out with her bath toys, chucks them in. No, Lottie.
No.
This is not one of those sort of baths.
This is Mummy's special bath.
Yeah.
What's been the kids' reaction to a new baby brother?
Mixed.
Yeah.
Lottie, unbelievable. It's Lottie's little Sonny now. Henry, I don't reckon he was too sure at the start, but then Sonny, and bless him, unbelievable stuff considering just what sort of form that he's in. He actually gave Henry a little Lego set. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And that won him over instantly.
Oh, okay.
So very well done to Sonny.
Good of Sonny to duck down to the shops at 2 days old.
Yeah.
And get the brother a Lego set.
Yeah. And what I will say, if there's some blokes down there and you are thinking about having a home birth or even a water birth at home in particular, what I will say, and this might actually get you over the line. So obviously there's a lot of water.
Yeah.
There's the birthing process. And then you've got to get rid of the water.
Yeah.
And so the whole time we're like, what do we do here? And the midwife explained it. They attach a pump and a big hose.
Yeah.
And so literally it's a long hose as well.
Yeah.
At 11:45, it was around about 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm hosing down, getting rid of this water onto my front lawn.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
The water's obviously still warm as well.
Yeah.
But I just imagine as well, and even right now, the lawn's starting to come through unbelievably
Looks good.
thick and luscious.
Yeah.
It's very, very nutritious. So I'd imagine that, that birth water's going to do our lawn some genuine favours.
Can I ask a question? What happens to the placenta when you have a home birth? What do you do with that?
I just eat it, I think. No, I don't actually know. Some people do eat it.
Yeah, they do.
We were talking about that.
Yeah, some people plant it under a tree.
Yeah. Well, that's obviously supposed to do the tree plenty of favours.
Yeah, and some people get it like broken down into capsules and have it
When you say some people, are they some people that you know?
I don't know anyone who's ever eaten their own placenta, no.
Right.
But you might be the first.
Okay, well, we're not eating it, trust me. 13 24 10. When did you eat a placenta?
Deary me. Hey, congratulations. Like, I speak on behalf of all the girls in here. We are so thrilled for you, and just watching you looking at photos of your new baby with the siblings and tearing up has just been one of the most gorgeous things we've ever seen. So congratulations to
Thank
you
you
and to
very much.
Cara, who's a legend.
Thank you, Jodes. And yes, it's another reminder. It's the third time that I've been reminded that whatever pain I've got, it doesn't matter if it's the most ingrown toenail in the world. It is nothing compared to childbirth.
Nothing.
Oh my gosh, what a scary process.
Get to the Ray morning every day. Every morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Tony and Hayesy on Nova.
Yep, Monday morning, 8:38, and you're going to get a top of 24 degrees, and have it on Hayesy returns, Joe.
This is a good one.
It's a really good one, isn't
We're
it?
sort of trying to one-up each other with this segment at the moment.
Yeah.
So you, of course, have had the City Bay. You took a heap of listeners along to the State of Origin. Then I had AFLW on the balcony at the precinct down there at Alberton on Saturday, which was amazing. Got a gorgeous little note from Naomi who said, thanks for a great chicks afternoon out.
On your nose.
And now you've announced you're going where?
Yeah, we're going to Harvest Rock. Yeah. 28th of October. So, I mean, this song's going to play very, very soon.
She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some.
Bit of Daft Punk, Get Lucky. And the trivia behind this is that Nile Rodgers actually wrote this song.
Oh, did he?
Nile Rodgers, of course, one of the performers for Harvest Rock.
Yep.
In amongst Jamiroquai, Beck, Tash Sultana, Ocean Alley, Paul Kelly, Bernard Fanning, Bright Eyes, plenty more.
Yeah.
Oh, how good.
So when you hear that song 13, 24, 10, if you get through, you could be heading along to have it on Hayesy, and you can also register via the Nova Player app or online at Nova FM for your chance to come.
Inside 20 minutes, but it is Monday morning, around about 8:40, so...
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me you built a time machine?
Hayesy on Miss Daysey.
Monday, beautiful, sexy Monday. Let's attack this thing with some knowledge and just a real purpose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's all we need.
I feel like this Monday's given out a vibe too, don't you?
Yeah. Monday the 9th of October. Let's go back to 1971. Hey, Hey, It's Saturday began on GTV 9 in Melbourne.
With Dax, the duck and the dross on Hey, Hey, It's Saturday. And now you culture vultures, let's hear it for the host, David and Daryl Summers.
That was such a staple in our household. And then little Dickie Nee would jump up there and you're like, what's he doing? Who is he? What's going on? What does his face look like?
Yeah.
And you go, whoosh,
Yeah.
go right down.
We're done.
1992, a 12.6 kilo meteorite smashed into a car owned by American girl Michelle Knapp. Knapp, who's 17, was watching TV when she heard a massive crash. The meteor smashed into her car that she'd just bought for $300.
Oh, it'd be filthy, wouldn't you?
Yeah, $300 car as well. It was back in the 90s, though, inflation, all that sort of stuff. Luckily for Knapp, a meteorite enthusiast bought the dinged up car for $25,000. She then sold the meteorite for $50,000.
That's ridiculous.
My gosh. 2004, Chappelle Corby was arrested in Bali when it was discovered that her bodyboard bag contained 4.2 kilos of marijuana.
Bitter fury from Corby's sister and mother directed squarely at the judges.
It's not all right! We swore on the Bible to tell the truth and your fellow lies!
I was like, what's that doing there? She's like, I don't know what that is. I've never seen it before in my life. And she was like, God, I'm hungry.
Anyone got some
hungry?
Is there any Doritos?
Chips. Give me some chips and some dip too, thanks.
Yeah.
They were like, how high are you? And she was like, hi, how are you?
You know what she does now? She makes clocks.
Does she?
She makes tropical clocks and sells them on the internet, and they're actually really, really pretty. She paints them, hand paints them, and then sets them in glass and sells them.
Oh, no, thank you very much.
Oh, don't you follow her on Insta?
Oh, no, I don't. Yeah, I'm the loser for not following Chappelle.
Well, it's on you.
Sorry, I'm the one who's missing out. Number one song on October 9, 2000, Most Girls by Pink. Yeah, Pink, just one of those artists who rarely puts out a bad song.
Yeah, can't miss, can she?
Loves delivering a message too.
Yeah, good on her.
Solid message in this one as well. See if you can work it out.
Hey, new survey alert.
Oh my God. Been waiting for this one.
Okay, so a new survey conducted by KPMG of 1,325 CEOs found that 2/3 of Australian bosses believe that traditional white-collar workers will be back in the office full-time within 3 years.
They expect that to happen or they hope that happens?
Well, they're saying they expect it to happen. So signalling that workers have until 2026 to say goodbye to hybrid working. Aussie bosses say they are less inclined also to reward their workers for going into the office, with 75% saying they would, compared to 89% globally. So basically, like giving people perks for coming back in.
Yeah, okay.
It's a real interesting one, the old working from home, isn't it?
Yeah, it feels like you've got some strong thoughts on this.
Oh, I don't know why my brain goes there, but when people work from home, I go, you're really working? Only because on the occasions that I've had to work from home, I get distracted.
Yeah.
Like by the pile of washing, or if there's dishes in the sink, or I just find it really hard to stick to my tasks. And I've worked from home, like done radio from home, like coming back from maternity leave. And it's just impossible, particularly when you've got a baby crying at the other end of the house. And you're like, I just can't, I'd be mid-break and a toddler would scream in. And like, I find it really hard. Having said that, I think COVID showed us that you don't necessarily need to be tethered to your desk. Like that you can get some stuff done at home. Like I don't mind the old, if you need to be at home because your kids are sick or whatever, go for it.
Yeah, I sort of feel like if the work's getting done, and it's at a high standard, why do you need to come to work? Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Are you?
Yeah.
Have you ever worked from home?
I've never worked from home. So even when we were still working through during the pandemic,
yeah.
It always goes back to SN, doesn't it? I'd have to go into the studio.
Yeah.
And everyone else would basically stay at home.
Right.
So I'd have to be pushing the buttons.
Yeah, of course.
So I've never had a chance to work from home.
Okay.
And who knows what sort of distractions are waiting for me at home.
Oh, you've got 3 children under the age of what?
5 now to 3 to a few days.
If you did miss that news this morning, Hayesy had a little baby on Friday. Well, you didn't have it. Your wife did.
She definitely had it.
Yeah.
I tell you what, if I had it, I would have been taking an epidural. Anyway.
Abs, thoughts?
Do I have some thoughts on this? I was the same as Hayesy. All through the pandemic, I had to work in the office and everyone was like, oh my God, it's so amazing just rolling out of bed and I can just work from home. And I hated those people. In saying that though, there's two sides to it. Obviously, if something happens, you've got kids who are sick or, your car's broken down, whatever. I don't think working from home 1 or 2 days a week is a big deal. But on the other side of that, I was so lonely in the office because I was on my own. Literally no one was there. And I kept thinking, if I had a heart attack and died, no one would know until tomorrow. So, so for me, I had no one in the office. I was all alone. There was there was nothing. So to me, get back in the office. This is what being a human's all about. Connection and having, I think, a good culture is being together.
Yeah.
I get up grumpy and I get to work and you guys put me in a good mood. If I didn't have this every single day, I would be just grumpy all the time. And we don't want that.
Yeah. That's when you know as well. You come into work and you're like, oh, here we go.
Adelaide traffic.
Nova 919.
Hello?
But I just look at what we do, like when we have our birthdays and all that sort of thing. Getting together in the office is so much better than being home on your own. In saying that, Friday, when I leave here, I have 2 other jobs and I work from home then, but I get so distracted.
Yeah.
So I would prefer to be in an office setting to get work done.
Here's a question too. Does it build a bit of resentment for those people that do have to come into the office all the time towards those people that are like, I've just made the choice. I'm going to work from home today. Like, when did it turn around so you could actually choose when you can come into work and when you can't?
Gen Z.
Yeah.
Gen Z are pushing this really hard.
Yeah.
And it's almost part of a genuine prerequisite for employment. It's like, no. I'll tell you where and when I want to work and how much money you give me.
Yeah.
And exactly what I want to do. All right?
But I think it's time. It's time to come back into the office.
Yeah.
It's time. You got foot traffic through the mall. You've got all our cafes and stuff open. Like, it's time.
Yeah.
Happy for 2 professions, though, to work from home permanently.
Who?
And that is parking inspectors
Yes.
and AFL umpires.
You announced this morning. You are going to hook people up with a double pass to the Harvest Rock Festival.
Harvest Rock. And what about some of the names? Jamiroquai, Beck, Noah Rogers, Tash Sultana, Ocean Alley, Paul Kelly, if you don't mind. In a silver top taxi cab to a door. Very good stuff. Geez, we're going to have a hell of a time.
Oh, it's going to be
What a crew, eh?
so much fun. The feature song this morning was Get Lucky. You just heard it. And Zalia from Paradise, You're Getting Lucky. Hello. You're off to Harvest Rock.
Thank you so much.
That is our pleasure.
Good stuff there. Zalia, got a little double pass for you. Who are you going to bring along?
Oh, I don't even know yet. I haven't even thought about it. I didn't think I'd win.
No, she won 10 seconds ago, mate.
Yeah.
She didn't have to say who
I
she's
know.
taking. Thank you.
That's okay. Zalia, I don't want to go in specifics, but your sort of music, what are you into?
Definitely. I'm so excited to see Ocean Alley and Thelma Plum. I've seen them a couple times before and they're soulmates.
Yeah,
Can't wait.
me too.
My gosh, we're going to go off.
So good. We'll see you there, Zalia.
Thank you so much. Bye. Thank you.
What a lovely way to end the show this morning.
We'll see you there. Is that what you just said?
I don't know what I just said, actually. I tried to say something.
Hey, no, I said you said we'll see you there. So, confirmation, Jodes is coming?
Yeah, I'm coming.
All right.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
20th of October. Hell of a night.
Try and stop me.
Impossible. That'll do for us. It's been a big show.
It's been a big show. I just said to you, it's flown this morning.
It has, hasn't
Monday
it?
morning. It's gone very quickly.
So much fun.
Yeah.
Nova's Pay Your Bills returns at first thing tomorrow morning with us, 7:30. But keep it locked to Nova throughout the day. Maddie and Daysey are going to take care of you. And also, songs back tomorrow.
Oh, God.
No.
I won
You're a
last
winner.
week. I did.
You won last week.
Yeah. Now there's a lot of pressure to back it up. I would quite like to meet your baby today. Is that going to be possible? Your new baby?
I'll text him. See what he's up
to. He's like, can't on the boob.
On the tee. Oh, my gosh. All right, it was a Monday morning joke off. Let's have a little bit of a replay on that.
Sure.
And I don't know what to say.